Hello, everyone. Today I will be going over the aspects of my self-started company, including customers, employees, and budget. Let's get into it. All right, so an important part of a company is the idea behind it. The story is the reasoning and motivation behind creating something. I've always loved books, and I know that at times it's difficult for people to publish their work. The only familiar self-publishing option is Amazon, and I would like to create an alternative. Amazon takes over 30% of the profits from books published through them. I want people to reap the benefits of their own work, so I'm forming a company that is focused on helping people rather than on profits. I believe that people deserve a place to publish their work where they won't be cheated out of a huge percentage. This company will focus on satisfying customers and improving the world, not just on profit. By creating a place for people to self-publish, I will be bringing the work of underground writers to the light and spreading literacy worldwide. The literacy rate is directly proportional to job opportunities and the crime rate. Literacy is a necessity. Our vision statement is to be a publishing company that makes a difference, where anyone can share their story with all the world. This vision statement reflects the company's focus on improving the world and providing our writers with the best opportunities possible. A mission statement is pretty much the core of the company. Our mission statement is to offer our customers the best writing advice, honest rates, and the biggest possible impact worldwide. When creating an example of a target customer, I strove to align their values with those of the company. Cassidy, a fictional woman in her early 20s, is in need of the services my company will provide. Cassidy drives a used car and doesn't have a lot of money. Still, she dreams of becoming a published author. She is kind-hearted and loves helping others. In this sense, she mirrors the company, caring more about people than profit. Self-publishing through huge companies doesn't appeal to Cassidy because of the high sales cut. Cassidy wants to help people, but she doesn't have a lot of money to spare. Cassidy is our ideal customer because she is willing to work hard and carries the same core values as the company. She wants to make the world better. Let's move on to potential competition. Amazon, as I've mentioned, takes over 30% of the revenue from books published through them. Amazon's mission statement is to be Earth's most customer-centric company. However, as we've seen, their treatment of new authors could use improvement. I believe that people should receive a higher reward for their own work. While I admire Amazon's reach and distributing abilities, my company will be primarily nonprofit. I will be an alternative for authors who want to publish more independently. Another potential competitor is Scholastic. Scholastic tends to focus more on the audience than the authors. Their mission is to inspire all children to become lifelong readers and learners, unlocking an imaginative curiosity about themselves and the world. I admire the reach of Scholastic and their dedication to spreading literacy. However, our goal is the spread of ideas and better conditions for authors. So, why is my company valuable? What great purpose will it serve? Well, literacy is connected to almost everything in the world. It affects what job positions a person can achieve. Literacy levels have an impact on crime statistics. It's hugely important to life. However, far too many people in the world are illiterate. A company dedicated to spreading information and making it possible for anyone to publish a book will help to alleviate this problem. Our world is built on literacy, so everyone deserves the chance to obtain it. My marketing campaign will need to be cheap and effective. For these reasons, my marketing will be mainly digital. A feature of international digital entrepreneurial marketing is that these marketing efforts are run at minimum cost. To draw in my target customers, I will focus on satisfying the customers instead of my company. This common entrepreneurial marketing strategy will help my company entice more people than my competitors. My marketing will also focus on bringing people together and making the world a better place. Employing pathos, or playing off of emotion rather than logic, is a good way to find sympathetic people. This strategy will connect me with my target customers who, like the fictional Cassidy, will have the same goals as my company. Management-wise, I am the head of the company. This entails reaping the reward for good decisions and bearing the cost of poor decisions. I'm the one who cares the most about this company, so I will be putting the most into it. If an area of the company is struggling, I will be the one to pick up the slack. Let's talk about management. Forming a strong team is a crucial step to success. As you can see, I've included a few examples for our management team. An accountant will keep our company financially healthy. An attorney will prevent financial mistakes from growing. A local bank will have skin in the game and be more involved. They will want our company to succeed. An insurance agent will have valuable experience and can introduce the company to successful contacts. An industry agent will both advise and help run the company in the early stages. And of course, editors, publishers, and writing agents are all pretty self-explanatory. I further researched a few of these positions and put together a couple of applications. I looked into average pay, hours, job requirements, and required experience. Publishers typically take on leadership roles and receive higher pay, but the required experience for both publishers and editors is fairly similar. Alright, we've talked about customers and employees. Now let's get into budgeting and the finances of the company. In the middle here is the income statement. This is essentially a list of expenses. I did a bit of research and found the average prices for printer paper, computers, editors, and stuff like that. Pretty much everything needed to write, edit, publish, print, bind, advertise, sell, and ship a singular book. At the top, I wrote the profit from selling that one book. As you can see, the total is hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. However, some of these purchases, like an editor's yearly salary, are one-time purchases. Therefore, once the number of books sold begins increasing, so will the profits. We'll get into that in a minute. On the left, in the cash flow statement, I've included $300,000 in investor funding. This brings the total into positive numbers. Over on the right, we have a balance sheet. This lists the company assets and liabilities, which together create owner's equity. I haven't built up any liabilities yet, but if I applied for a credit card to purchase items for my company, the items would go into assets and the charges would go to the liability section. As we saw earlier, the cost of creating one book greatly outweighs the profit, but because of one-time purchases, the more books made, the less they cost to produce. On the left, we have the cost and profit of selling one book. At the bottom, the funds are in the negatives. However, on the right, the company hypothetically sold 100,000 books. Because we'd be producing books in larger quantities, production costs much less per book. If you look at the bottom on the right, you'll see that the company actually starts making money from selling the books. While sales will be slow in the beginning, once they start picking up, the company will begin to profit. I've done my research. I have thought long and hard about every aspect of my company. By supporting authors and spreading literacy across the globe, the world will become a better place. I'm asking for the support of investors to make this dream a reality. Let's create a brighter future. Here are the sources for my research and the images in the slideshow. Thank you all for listening.